Okay, y'all, just give me one moment. Oh, I know I'm late, y'all. I'm late. Just a heads up that YouTube is so sensitive nowadays, y'all, that I can't even like you can't even hear the background noise of the show. So that part is gonna be muted. Um, yes, that part is gonna be muted. They're gonna mute that part. But all the commentaries, you'll be able to hear. But y'all, let's get into the show. I'm kind of late, my bad. I'm coming. All right, let's get into it. All right. Ciao. Ciao. I missed the whole first part, y'all. I'm mad. I was late. I've been late all day today. All day today. But but like I said, I still hold firm. I think girl, this Brit woman, I think she should be off the show. She threatened gun violence, and that could have been detrimental to everybody on this cast. I think that they should like really take heed to that and have a zero tolerance for that. Because what Kenya did, it was wrong. 100% it was wrong. But what she did as well was wrong. So I think they both should have a suspension because they both was wrong. You got one showing pornographic materials and then you got another one threatening gun violence. It's both wrong and it both should be taken off the show. That's all I got to say. What y'all got to say? Let me know in the comments. I want to read it. I want to see what y'all got to say. And you do not have to have the same opinion as me. I'm grown. You grown. I'm not going to look down on you if you have a different opinion than me. You can put it in the comments. I'm happy to read it. Just so y'all know. But wow. Will we but isn't this like the second time that Kenya kind of got, suspended? I can't remember. But I think this is the like this is not the first time, I don't believe. And they good for suspending people. Then they suspend Nene as well before. And I think Phaedra, and then she ultimately was left the show. So I mean, come on. We'll win, y'all. We'll win. Once again, um, y'all, with these, I'm telling you, YouTube is so sensitive now that even the with the TV playing in the background, it'll copyright the background sound. So when you come to these videos, um a lot of the time it'll be silent until I start talking until I start giving the commentary because it will flag even the background noise to the show. That's how sensitive YouTube is now. Like you really cannot do this sort of content on YouTube like that, unless you're doing it in the way that I'm doing it. So yeah. So go to stamp-tv.com and look at the shows on there. We got this show. I just started recording for this show, Housewives of Atlanta. Give me a minute. I have to upload them onto the website. But we're gonna have the full season to this show in Club Stamp. So go ahead, go over there right now, bookmark the site. And we also have a whole bunch of free videos on stampstashtv.com. So check it out. All right, y'all. It's back on. Woo wee, y'all. Oops. Oh, what was this? Oh, woo wee, y'all. I need Portia to relook at this show. When this show is all said and done, I need her to sit and look at this show and just reevaluate the things she be saying, honey. Oh my goodness, it'd be so backwards. It really be backwards. And sometimes, we don't be aware. Sometimes people don't be aware of the things that we say and how we say it. And even myself, I'll look back at our reaction videos and stuff, me and Corey, all these years, and some things that I may have saw a certain way really wasn't all the way the truth. Sometimes I look back at the video and be like, oh, I kind of took that wrong. Or, sometimes you need to see yourself again. Sometimes you need that. So I hope that Portia kind of look at this show and just kind of just reevaluate, just with your own set of eyes. Look at yourself and the things that you say and how you're thinking and how it comes across. Sometimes we need to see that as human beings. Just saying. But how y'all feel about Portia saying that, Pilar has been asking for her ex-husband and she let him know that, but he didn't say anything, he just left her on red. What y'all think about that? I'm not surprised. You know, with guys, and not every guy, but usually with a lot of guys, if that child isn't their natural born child, they just don't give the child the same energy as they would a child that is DNA wise theirs. So I'm not surprised that, he like, I'm not surprised. What y'all think about that? I'm not surprised by that. You know, at the end of the day, Pilar has her own father, and I'm sure he has a whole bunch of kids of his own. So I'm not shocked. It's unfortunate, you know. It's real unfortunate and it's cruel, cuz that child has connected with him obviously. Um but obviously not so much for him, you know. I'm sorry. Ooh wee. But I hope that that child can heal from this, and I hope it don't leave a wound for her. Amen. Woo wee. What else we saw, y'all? Drew came in. Oh, it's back on, y'all. I love Drew. She is sincere. All right. I'm sorry. If anybody ever say like, "Hey, why can't you just pay that? It's only this amount. You can just pay that. That's nothing." And it's their responsibility. That mean they don't got that money. They don't got it. And they're trying to deflect. They trying to push it back on you. It's nothing, but they won't pay it. Come on now. Come on. Come on. Woo wee. I want Drew and her husband to make it, but it just seemed like it's just it's just seemed like it'd be too far gone. Sometimes you see the peak of hope when they're together and they with their kids and they're playing a game and you know and it's family time. You can see that beam of hope, but then it then sometimes it gets back to the pettiness. Oh man, sometimes it just gets back to the pettiness, and it's just like, whoa, child, it might be time to go. But woo wee, I don't know. I think they best thing is to do Christian counseling, but he seemed like he doesn't want to do the counseling anymore, and he ran away from that. So that's the only really thing that I could see that could help them is Christian counseling and with two hearts that want to make it work. Child, woo wee, woo wee. Okay, what did we see before that? Y'all know my memory be lagging. What did we see before Drew? Oh, okay. What's her name? What is that woman name? Oh, girl and her daughter. I forget her name already. What is her name? We got Britt. We got is it Angela? I forget y'all. Anyway, oh girl with her daughter and like I said before, with a lot of these men out here, you know, if a child isn't theirs, they most men, not all, but most men they don't see that kid as their own. And with the woman's daughter, he I guess she saw and picked up that her stepdad wasn't trying to get custody of her and was just trying to get custody of the smaller children that are his biological children. That young daughter picked it up. She's a teenager. She picked it up, and it did make her feel a sort of way because when he came into the family, he was her father. But now that all of this is taking place, it's like he don't want to try to get her too. It's just his biological kids. And a lot of men are like this. A lot of men, if that child isn't their biological child, they don't go for back for them like they're like their biological child. And I've heard this from really really good men, really really good men with good morals, and they feel that way. That if it's not their child, then it's not their child and they don't be having a like a connection like if they were with their biological. It don't make it right, but this is things that happen. All right, it's back on y'all. It's so funny how when they're embarrassed, then they want to say, "Oh, well, I'm gonna take the high road." Oh, well, she shouldn't said those things when you was going low the day before, the week before. Come on. But when people get embarrassed, now you want to turn the other cheek. Now you want to take the high road. Where was that energy that night where when you was doing those threats? Where was that energy? Come on. We got to do better. We got to do better. And we got to do better with our life decisions. We got to do better with our life decisions. You was a little girl who should have been in high school, and you was over there at those shoots showing your body. Probably underneath everybody knows. Your mama knows, your daddy knows, your sister knows this. You was over there doing not what you was supposed to do. And now this all this stuff has resurfaced and have met you at this date in time. We got to learn how to make better decisions as well, life decisions. I ain't trying to be mean or anything like that. It's just the truth. Okay? We all do. I got to, you do, we all do. We got to learn how to make better decisions. Woo wee. Watch that tongue. You got to watch that tongue. That tongue is vicious, the word says. It's vicious. And it has a lot of power to it. Watch it. Watch what you say. Watch what you do. The enemy is truly looking to see who he may devour, and he does it through our actions. For real. Woo wee. But honestly, I see some spiritual warfare there. I ain't gonna go no deeper in it, but I just see some spiritual warfare with this woman, Britt. And I'm hoping that she will just give it all to Jesus. He'll work it out. He'll work it out. It'll be all right. I think this instance in her life might lead her to closer to Jesus. I'm hoping closer to his principles, closer to his ways than she was before she came on this show, because that was an embarrassing moment. Those things of her past was brought up against her. So and it took fire from her mouth through her tongue. So I'm hoping that this whole incident will help her to be better or wiser moving forward, with the things that come out her mouth, that she'll be more wise about it, and in her actions moving forward, just be more wise about it. All right, come on. All right. Y'all, I'ma need Portia to it's almost like her marriage didn't work. So now it's like she's like really clinging on to Dennis more than we've seen in a long time. It's like she's clinging on to him. Like, oh well, since that family didn't work well, I'm taking my old family back, or it almost seemed like that. I'm sorry, that's what it looked like. Cause like, why do you care so much about if he come on the show and do music and show them making the music? Why would you be offended by that? Why would you want him to be like, no, I want to do what you want me to do? That's not your husband. He is a man that you had a child with. Why would you? Whoa wee, oh wee. If I was Dennis, honestly, I would make sure to, like, keep some space. Be everybody can still be family and close and everything, but he done gave her too much space where she feels comfortable to be able to tell this man what he can do on this show. She feels comfortable with that, and that means he done gave her too much too much authority. Too close. It's too close. Everything should be about Pilar. It shouldn't be about what makes Portia happy. It should just be about Pilar, because that's not his wife. That's the mother of his child, but that's it. He done gave her too much control. No, 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 no. Let me know if you got another. If you got a if you feel differently, let me know. Hello, Miss Dogarn. Is it Dogarn? Thank you for watching. You said sad to say. I know that has to hurt. You said ATL Santana was just saying this about his stepdad. He was always his dad. As an adult, they divorced, and dad has no time for him because we got a new family. I feel it. You talking about the whole thing about men, when the child isn't their biological child. um Sometimes the man isn't as present or engage or even treat the kid that his who is his biological kid. They don't treat them, they don't treat the non-biological kid the same way as the biological kids. So yeah, I totally feel it. That is a real thing. It's sad, um but it happens. Woo wee. Hello, royalty queen. You said, hey there, chat. Right. Facts. Um, Life and death are in the power of the tongue. Amen. Yes. I don't know when y'all put this, but I'm just seeing it now. It didn't show up earlier. So yeah. But woo wee. Okay. We're back on. They showing this. They ain't wasting no time this week. Okay, her name is Kelly. Okay, got it. Kelly. I can tell you 100% that it is spiritual warfare going on with that lady. It's I don't wanna say too much, but it's 100%. I know that it's not a human being, it's a spirit. I know that it is, and it's very it's vicious. It's vicious, it's mean, it's so mean, and it gets so rude, and it gets so oh, it cuts. It cuts, honey. Who are my Jesus believers on here? Is it some Jesus believers on here who know about spiritual warfare? Please let me know. Put your hands up in the comment section. Comment below whether right now